Good evening, everybody.
What's the sound?
I don't know.
What's the sound, my dear?
Can you hear me yet? Okay. Oh, look, some great training areas for some of you guys. That's awesome.
Morning, Master B.
Good evening. Hello. Hello, Tyler. You're going to come and train with us too, are you? But do the big kids class.
Hi, sir.
Hello.
Yeah.
Good evening. Sorry, we can't be in the Dojang training properly, but we'll do our best. Luca, are you alone today? Oh, that's a shame. It's good to see you, though. Awesome to have you. Okay, I'm just going to call out and make sure that let's go, guys. Sit up. Toby and Tiffany, you're dressed funny. Comment. Taekwon. Raise your right hand and recite the tenets. Shijop, courtesy, integrity, perseverance, self-control, indomitable spirit. And recite the student oath. Shijop, I shall observe the tenets of Taekwondo. I shall respect the instructor and seniors. I shall never misuse Taekwondo. I shall be a champion of freedom and justice. I shall build a more peaceful world. Baro. Okay, so hopefully we'll only have 2 of these sessions today and Thursday, and hopefully we'll be back in the dojo next week, but we'll have to wait and see. Otherwise, we'll still make sure that we get a good, strong workout and stuff. We'll do a little bit of technical stuff, a little bit of a workout tonight. Feel free to do extra classes. We've got the class on, because we've got, because you're in your lounge, it doesn't matter if you're training with the kids. So if you want to come along to the 5 o'clock class tomorrow, you're welcome to come along and do an extra class. We've also got all the recorded classes on our website, and the ones from today and yesterday will probably go up tonight. I just usually wait until after Tuesday so that they don't interrupt the weekly update that goes out to mums and dads. Okay, rotating wrists. Change direction. Quick warm up because the weather's nice and warm. Elbows. Change direction. Arms back. And forwards. Feet are shoulder apart, twisting your torso. And left ankle. Welcome back, Mr. Kite. Change direction. Change foot. No problem, Mr. Lachlan. Hopefully you'll still get something out of class. Change direction. Oh, another one to include. Hands on knees. Going down and back, down, back, down, back. Okay, and circling your legs outwards. Just keep your knee bent. Big circle, warm the hips up, keep your hands up, guard your brain. And come inwards. Little circles your hips. Change direction. Okay, start with a little bit of a workout. I'm going to take my glasses off. It's going to be that kind of workout. We're only going to do 20 each set. First up, hands up by your jaw, gauge brain. Squats. Make sure you're squatting down to 90 degrees or a little bit lower and standing up. That is 1. Your feet don't have to be parallel for this. They can turn outward slightly. And when you squat, you start by sticking your bum out, keeping your torso as upright as you can. Squat down and stand back up. That is 1. We're going to do 20. Go. They're called air squats because we're just squatting in the air. Okay. Everyone done their 20? Not quite. Next exercise. Crunches. I'll change my angle a little bit. Reach. There we go. From here, knees bent, feet on the floor. Reach back. Curl your torso, keep your shoulders and head off the ground, curl back up, touch your ankles. 20. Come on, Jack. If you lose count, just do a couple of extra ones for luck. Okay, just watching the next one. Some of you may not have done this before. If you have, we'll spend a little while. Lie back, put your feet straight up in the air. Now from here, I'm going to use my lower abdomen to curl and lift my hips up only about a centimeter off the floor. So I'm lifting, my feet will go straight up and down. 20 of these. It's only a very small movement. If you do it right, it won't take long to feel those lower ab muscles burn. You're not swinging your legs up in the air. You're using your lower abs, curling and lifting. You're not using your arms. It's just your lower abdomen. If it's not burning, you're not doing it right, Toby. Because I see your legs are swinging. That's not the right movement. Don't swing your legs. Keep your legs still. Sorry, it's Tiffany. Keep your legs still and just lift your feet up in the air a little bit, curling that lower ab, those lower abdomen muscles. Okay, next up, push-ups. Just on our palms for this exercise, because we're going to do 20, of course. Make sure you get your body in a nice, very small arc, so you're tucking your pelvis forward. No bottoms in the air like this. This is rubbish. We're not doing Hindu push-ups either, because they're a slightly different thing. From here, tucking the hips forward, nice little plank position, and 20 push-ups. Go. Hindu push-ups, by the way, are also a very good exercise. They're slightly different from bad push-ups. Okay, cool. We've done that. Twist your belt slightly off to the side. Lying down on the ground. And then from here, we're going to lift up our lower body and our upper body so only our hips are on the ground. So arching the back. 20 of these. So using your back strength to lift up. Okay. Last exercise in the set. We've done some work on our forearm guarding blocks. Remember, hands in front of chest. Pull back, block. Nice strong blocks. So from here, we're going to do 10 kicks each leg, just with front snap kicks. Reach back, strong guarding block. Front snap kick. Other side, front snap kick. Strong block every time. 10 each leg, go. Strong kicks, strong blocks. Once you're done, grab a mouthful of water. I'm going to get my training towel because I forgot one. Okay, now I'm good to go. Okay, round two. Hands by your jaw and 20 squats. Go. Try to keep your torso as upright as you can when you do your squats. Try not to lean forward like this. Crunches. Go. Okay, looks like we're all ready for our pelvic lifts. Lie on the ground, feet in the air. Remember, your feet don't move much. You're not swinging them. Just a little lift and down again. 20, go. Try not to swing those legs. Just use your lower abs to curl up and lift your feet a couple of centimeters. See a lot of legs swinging. Remember, your training towel is an important piece of equipment to bring to every class. Okay, push-ups. 20. Away you go. So you tuck that core so your body's almost straight. Back arches next. There you go. Great. Now from our L stance, forearm guarding block, our next kick is dolyochagi. So 10 dolyochagi each leg. Strong guarding blocks. Go. Okay, for the next round, ensure you know the difference between turning kick and side turning kick. That round we did turning kick, which is about to 45 degrees, and my supporting foot turns 45 degrees away. Side turning kick is to my side, which when I'm half facing is here, and my supporting foot points 75 degrees away from it. Same angle as for side piercing kick. This is side turning kick. With side turning kick, you're extending your body further, so you get more reach. With a turning kick, your body's folded over a little bit more, so you don't get as much distance. Okay, must be ready for our squats. Round 3, hands up, and 20 squats, go. Crunches, go. Keep it up, good work. Okay, now remember this one, don't swing your legs. From here, put your legs straight up in the air and then lift them using your lower tummy muscles. 20, go. Good stuff, Isabel. Okay, onto your push-ups. And 20 back arches. And side turning kicks. 10 each leg. Go. Strong guarding blocks. When you finish that set, grab some water. Oh. Now you should all know the difference between a side turning kick and a side piercing kick. Side turning kick and turning kick are flicking motions. So a movement from your knee, contracting your quadriceps, then contracting your hamstring. So it goes out and in. The piercing kick is a much more complex motion that uses a bigger range of muscles. I have to point my footsole to the target and then stamp it out and bring it back. Stamp it out, bring my knee and shin back to my chest. So my distance from my knee to my ankle and my footsole are pointing at the target the entire kick. Out, in, out, in. Just do some each side on the ground now. Make sure you're stamping. It should feel like a stamping motion. Toby, yes, you can. Out and in. Make sure it stamps. Look, check that your knee through your foot sword is pointing at the target. Look at that. And then stamp it straight up to the target and bring it back on the same path so you can stamp it out again. In, out, in, out. Feel that stamp. Yes, Toby, you can.
So that was my sister, not me.
Oh, okay. Yes, Tiffany, you can. Okay. Emily, just watch. Make sure that it's the edge of your foot sword is this edge of your foot of your heel here. So not the bottom of the heel, it's this edge along here. This is your foot sword. So that's what has to stamp out at the target and come back again. Not the ball of the foot. So get you away from the flicking motion. It's a stamping motion with that foot sword. So straight out to the target and straight back. Make sure that the kicking foot is pointing slightly downward at the moment of impact. Just slightly downward, not sticking up. That's your ankle position. Your ankle position must not be here, it's here. Pulling your toe, big toe back towards your knee. Pulling it back towards the inside of your knee. Okay, cool. That doubled as our rest. Let's do set 4. So our turning kicks, our side turning kicks, the tool is the ball of the foot. It can be done with other tools. It can be done with your toes. It can be done with your instep, your shin, your knee. There's a lot of ways you can do that kick, but usually we do it with the ball of our foot. In sparring, we use the instep. Okay, squats first. Let's get ready. Hands by your jaw. This is round 4. Go. Okay, now crunches. Where you go. Okay, now those pelvic lifts. Feet straight in the air. Lift them straight up by curling that lower rib. Those lower ribs. Good, I'm seeing less swinging for most of you. That's good. One thing I highly recommend doing, everyone, first thing every morning, roll out of bed, push-ups. Whatever number's comfortable for you, whether it be 30, 40, 50, 80, whatever it is, just get out of bed, straight on the floor, pump out your push-ups every morning. Also allow yourself every day 5 minutes for your prone hold. So hold your prone hold as long as you can. Take a short break of 10 or 15 seconds. Get back up straight away. As long as you can, drop down for 10 or 15 seconds. Do that continually for 5 minutes. And you'll notice that over the course of a few months, the periods that you're up will get longer. And then when you come to grade 4 black belt, you won't be struggling to get your 4-minute prone hold. You won't be struggling to get your push-ups. Start now. Okay. Speaking of which, 20 push-ups. There you go. Tiffany, your bum's sticking up. Try and flatten your body out a bit. Okay, then into your back arches. And now side piercing kicks. Remember, strong guarding blocks after every kick. No weak, sloppy ones. We want to get in the habit. Every time you do a guarding block, it is strong. So piercing kicks, let's go. As you pierce, grab a mouthful of water if you need one when you've done those. Make sure you retract after you kick, Dr. Yeet. Out and back. Out and back. That's it. Keep the knee up when you retract. That's better. Lovely. Nice strike. Okay. Thought you'd frozen, Luca. Didn't see you do that last round. Okay. The last one we're going to do is back piercing kick. Remember, with back piercing kick, your kicking tool is pointing more downward than a side piercing kick. Side piercing kick's just below the horizontal line. Back piercing kick's quite a fair way below the horizontal line. Not quite straight down, sort of 45 degrees or just under from here. Remember, with back piercing kick, it's a pivot, not a spin. So from my L stance here, if I spin, my back piercing kick's going to hook. The foot that's on the floor pivots. So I can go straight back and then retract the same way. Try to pivot always on the ball of your foot. Okay, so back piercing kick from your L stance, pivot. You've got to leave room for your hips here. Don't try to pivot on the same line as your stationary leg. Comes past it. Lift your heel up and bend forward slightly. And then pierce straight back. Again with that foot sword. And always a strong guarding block. This is the last round. So if you want to push yourself a little bit harder, do more than 20 of each exercise. If you lose count, you should be doing more anyway. But maybe do 25 or 30, depending on how you feel. So same sequence, starting with our squats, somewhere between 20 and 30. Ready? 20 is fine if you're still going for it. Otherwise, do more. Go. Okay. Everyone's good for crunches. Oh, sorry, everyone's good for squats. Onto your crunches. 20 to 30, go. Okay, done those. Legs up for your pelvic lifts. 20 to 30, go. Don't swing the legs. If you're not feeling those yet, you're probably swinging your legs. Okay, now make sure that if you're increasing the numbers, don't let the exercise get sloppy. I'd rather you did 20 good push-ups than 30 rubbish ones. I'd rather you did 10 good push-ups than 20 rubbish ones. So good push-ups, between 20 and 30 is your goal. If you need to cut it back a little bit, that's okay. Good push-ups are the goal. Ready? Away you go. And your back arches. There you go. Take a little breath before we do our back kicks. Remember, we want strong guarding blocks with every kick. Remember, hands in front of chest. Pull back and lift up slightly and block forward. When you pull back, the blocking hand comes to what we call your opposite chest. Your guarding hand comes up to eye level, not quite as far back as your shoulder, because then your shoulder gets tense and we have to relax it. So a little bit forward here, and then you whip your block around to the guard. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Good guarding blocks are amazing. Weak guarding blocks are awful. Be careful that you're not bringing your hand back to here, out in front of you, and then blocking this way. Pull it back behind you, and then block to the front. Don't block from down here, because then you'll block upwards instead of across to block the target. Okay, so hands up, coming around in an arc, smashing the target. Okay. 10 or 15 back piercing kicks each leg. Take your time. Make sure you've got good kicks and good blocks. Okay, make sure everything is nice and strong. Right from your blocks. 10 or 15 each leg. Back piercing kicks. Go. Straighten your leg out. Pierce it out. Hold it for a split second before you retract. Look over the kicking shoulder. Miss Kelsey, just watch the angle of that kicking foot. Make sure it's slightly downward when you kick, not sideways. So a little bit more towards the ground. This way. Oh. Mr. Kai, just try to fully extend that leg. Try not to spin your hips. Just pivot your hips and kick straight from underneath and extend that leg fully. Okay. And grab a drink. Who can tell me why the number 42 is important? Unpause, unmute and answer.
Unmute it.
Toby.
Because it's in the 6 times table.
Okay, yeah, all right. So it's the 5s and 7s and 3s. Why is the number 42 important? How cultured are you? How well read? Come on, Dr. Y, tell us.
Sir, it's the answer to the universe, isn't it?
Oh, it's the answer.
the
to life,
universe-
the universe, and
Like
everything.
the universe and everything.
Of course,
Douglas
everybody.
Adams.
Yes.
Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy.
If you haven't read The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, you just got your homework. It's also important in Taekwondo for another reason. This is the condensed encyclopedia of Taekwondo. See how condensed it is? The big one's 15 volumes. Page 42, so it's really easy to remember because it's the meaning of life, the universe, and everything, as Dr. Y says. On page 42, we have what's called the training secret of Taekwondo. There it is, the training secret of Taekwondo, and it has 9 parts. And if you study and understand the training secret of Taekwondo, and it's in the white belt handbook as well, it guides you to how to perform Taekwondo correctly. The first element is to understand the theory of power, to study the theory of power thoroughly. The second element is to understand the purpose and movement of each movement clearly. Sine wave is in here at point 8. Create a sine wave during the movement by utilizing the knee spring properly. The previous one, point 7, all movements must begin with a backward motion with very few exceptions. However, once the movement is in motion, it should not be stopped before it reaches the target. So when we're doing our backward motion, we have hands in front of chest, 1, pull back 2, straight away into the movement 3. Not 1, pause, 2, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so everything is there. It's in your white book handbook as well. So your homework is to, as well as reading the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, because that's important for every human being, as well as doing that, is to read in your white belt handbook the training secret of Taekwondo. Okay, sitting down, left leg out, right leg over the top, and twist. Notice that we covered off some theory as well. So in your training notebooks, draw yourselves diagrams, write notes. We talked about how the guarding block starts in front of chest, then pulls back, then blocks forward. Talked about the intermediate position for the guarding block, with the blocking hand in front of the opposite chest and the defending hand eye level behind you. We talked a little bit about the foot angles and the positions for the various basic kicks. You should know the difference between a turning kick and a side turning kick, or the differences. You should know the differences between a side turning kick and a side piercing kick. You should know the theory of how to do a good back piercing kick, of pivoting rather than spinning, the angles of your feet in all of those kicks as well. And change legs. Now both legs out to the front, stretch up nice and tall, breathing deeply, and lie forward onto your legs to stretch your hamstrings. Just hold that stretch and breathe deeply. You now bring your heels into the middle. Breathing deeply, pushing down on your knees. Okay, now turn your body to the side. Lie down on your back and lift your legs up like we were doing those pelvic lifts. And then if you just hold on to the end of your trousers and open out your legs. You just lie comfortably on your back and let your legs hang open and just hold them in place by holding your trouser legs. Pull your toes back towards you. Breathe deeply, let your legs hang open. As I've said to you in class before, you can do this with your bottoms up against the wall and a little towel under each of your heels. And then you just let your legs hang open. The wall can support you. If you're living in your mum and dad's house or something, make sure you ask their permission first. And then you can lie like this and just read a book or something. Just relax and hold it. If you have got your feet against the wall like this with a towel under your heels, another great exercise is just opening and closing your legs. They're called adductor flies. And after doing 50 or 60 of them, your legs get a bit tired and then they hang open a little bit further, and it's awesome. You can also do this slowly with a couple of kilograms on each ankle. If you've got ankle weights, they strap onto your ankles. Doing this exercise with a couple of kilograms on, or 1 or 2 kilos on each ankle, is really good. Just make sure you're not swinging and bouncing. Hold it a little longer. Try and open them a bit further. And then slowly close your legs up.
Needed.
And sitting up. Okay, if you've got a cushion or something you can put under your knee, you can do this stretch for your quadriceps. If not, just do the normal standing stretch. Okay, but you want something under you. If you're on carpet, it might be soft enough. From here, I'm just going to reach behind, grab my ankle, pull it up this way. It's a wonderful stretch for the quadriceps. But on a solid wooden floor or a hard floor, it's really hard on your knees. So don't do it if you're on a hard floor, do it standing up. In fact, it's not enough cushioning. Then you can pop your foot onto the ground and lunge forward. Do your iliac stretch. And change sides. And then lunging forward. Then just sitting down on your feet, Reach one arm across. We've done quite a lot of work today on the shoulders and the chest and things, so we're going to do some stretches here. And behind your head. The other arm. In case you weren't counting, we did between 100 and 110 or so squats, 100 or so crunches, pelvic lifts, 100 or 110 or so push-ups, and 100 and 110 or so back arches. So it's pretty reasonable workout doing 100 of each of those exercises. And then we did 100 or 110 of each of our basic kicks. Well, of our basic kicks in total, doing 20 front step kicks, turning kicks, side piercing kicks, back piercing kicks. So it all came to 100. It's a pretty reasonable workout. Last stretch I want to do, going to hold your hand up like this and lie on the ground in this position. And then we're going to roll our hips and our body towards that bent arm. In fact, straighten the arm out, sorry. Straighten your arm out beside you and then just try and roll away from that arm. You feel a stretch in your shoulder. And if the arm's a little bit bent, you'll feel a little bit across your chest. It's easier to do it on a wall with a bent arm. And then change arms. And then just sitting back on your toes. So I've tucked my toes underneath here, this way, and then just leaning back on your toes a little bit, give your toes a little stretch. So your toes are tucked underneath. You're not sitting on your insteps. And stand up. Change the left and tidy up. Oh, thanks, folks. Hope you felt you earned that one today. I look forward to seeing you. You're welcome to come to our class 5 o'clock tomorrow with a mix of kids and adults. Doesn't matter so much when we've got a Zoom class. So come on at 5 tomorrow, and then I'll see you, of course, at 6 o'clock on Thursday. Hope you enjoyed it. Have a great night. See you soon. Oh, remember, homework. Most importantly, page 42 of the encyclopedia or in the White Belt Handbook, Training Secret of Taekwondo. Secondly, Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. Kill me. Taekwondo. What's up? Thanks, guys.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thanks, guys.
Bye.